Hey everybody, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Let's get rolling. Give things a moment to load because I'm having a little trouble for the moment. Oh, hey Ranger dude.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Sweet. Alright, NCR emergency radio. It's got 3 modes. Call for supplies, which they just drop a random crate close to my location with random loot, usually ammo. It's not really worth a whole lot, but I can, once I do that, another ranger will come up and give me a new radio, so it's kind of neat. I can call in troopers, which a squad of 3 troopers, or 1 ranger. It's kind of neat. Best saved for emergencies. But right now, we're coming up here on the 188. Thus named because it's the intersection of 93 and 95. 188. Sometimes they name things cleverly.
Hey.
This is not one of those times. And while we're here, we're actually going to let Boone head back home.
What is it? If that's what you think. Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Bye, Boone. You'll be missed. But we've got a new companion. Or we will.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from? Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? And? That seems wise. I think I am too, although for how much longer, I'm not sure. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? This is quite a journey you're going on then. Must be an interesting relationship to have brought you all this way. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out. Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings. Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from. Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you'd react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really like Veronica. In no small part because she's voiced by Felicia Day and she actually puts some emotion and acting into her voice work, which is more than I can say for about half of the actors Bethesda usually hires. That and because she has a power fist and she's not afraid to use it.
Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? Fine. Yes! Finally! Everything is coming up for Veronica.
She really likes punching things. Like, really. It's what she's best at. That and crafting. Like, I can talk to her and she'll let me craft things like a workbench. But since I have Eddie, that's kind of redundant. But, well, Eddie didn't have that ability in the base game. It's because of the Lonesome Road add-on that I can. Anyway, while I'm here, I'm going to talk to a couple of merchants. They're in bed right now, though, so I have to wake them up.
You a merc? 'Cause you don't look like a prospector. Sure, no problem.
This is where we start getting some of the better weapons and armor and more caps on the line, but let's see what we've got here. Yes. Yes, please. Okay. And I am definitely putting that scope on that hunting rifle because I cannot hit crap with the iron sights. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed. One more merchant. Let's see if he's awake. What's up, dude?
Is there some reason I should be talking to you? Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're small time. Move along. You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a look.
Yeah. This guy works for the gun runners. And we'll be seeing the gun runners fairly soon, probably in the next video or the one after that, but for now he's our first look at him. And holy crap, does he have a good variety. Again, not as good as the gun runners themselves, but yes.
Another satisfied customer.
Alright.
Bye.
Oh, sweet. Figure I'll put all my points into speech. Let's go with strong back, because honestly, I need more carry. Need more carry capacity. Always need more carry capacity. And while we're here, let's talk to the weatherman, the forecaster, sorry.
Hey. Hi, mister. I hope you're doing fine today.
Okay, this kid, possibly psychic, possibly not. I mean, there were already psychics in Fallout confirmed, but the last one we saw was the Master from Fallout 1. And he is wearing a psychic nullifier. So, no one's really sure what to make of the forecaster.
I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. I'm pretty used to being on my own. Oh, I don't sell things, mister. I sell thoughts. I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know, because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched more than they talked. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking. This thing on my head is headache medicine. It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really think, I mean. That's not junk. That's other people's thoughts. People had to think to make them, and the thoughts got stuck inside. I need other people's thoughts to fill my head when I'm not thinking myself. Otherwise, it's kind of empty. Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here, or everywhere. What do you want? Okay. Let me take off my medicine. Your face does the thinking. 2 to the skull, yet 1 gets up. Odds are against you, but they're just numbers after the 2 to 1. You're playing the hand you've been dealt, but you don't let it rest. You shuffle and stack, and a gamble. A gamble that may pay off, but how? Forecast? Rapidly changing conditions. A lot of thinking. Most of it in your face. It's almost shouting at me. Sorry if I said anything weird. See you.
Yeah, just one of those things in Fallout. A lot of times it's hard to tell what's actual magic or fantasy and what's mundane. In this case, pretty good description of the courier's role in the wasteland. I'm the wild card, and I'm the kingmaker. Okay, we're following Highway 95 right now. If we head north, it leads us straight up to Vegas. But first, I'm gonna get Veronica some better equipment. The best place to do that is right over here. Well, maybe not the best, but definitely the quickest from where you pick her up. Because right over here is Repcon's offices. Whoa. Who's that? Who was that? Now, the Repcon offices are heavily defended, and I'm checking over this direction because sometimes Legion assassins spawn right over there, and I'm not really in a good position to take them on right now. But the Repcon offices are heavily defended because they have a lot of secrets to keep. But you can loot the whole place without doing any combat, if you do it right. First, we need to wait for normal business hours. So, no, not 7 hours. Let's say 9 a.m.? Hope that works. As you can see by these hapless raiders, anyone who comes in here will be severely dealt with. Make sure we're not trespassing.
Hello? Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building.
Okay, we need to go. We do not want the alarm to go off. 1 more hour. And now, we take the tour.
Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum. Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery.
Prepare for some dark humor.
In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
I have no idea what happened to it.
How may I serve you, Master? Look here. A row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful. They may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why. To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
Yes, the barrels of radioactive waste they leave sitting around are perfectly safe. While he's doing this, we're going to loot the gift shop. Not much of value in here, really. At least if you can't go through the door.
Most recent rocket project, which we're keeping
Yeah.
under our hats until launch. If you'll pardon the
There's a few nice things in there, but for now,
not actual size of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
boy, these look familiar.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
Every last one of those crashed in hilarious ways.
Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Robco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
He doesn't mention this, but it's a Protectron on wheels with rocket boosters. It's a prototype that was never put into production because it's kind of
This
dumb.
model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Robco and Repcon hopes to go. See those
We
little
took the
rockets
tour
in
so
the
he could
ground?
open this door
They
for
are
us.
manned by robots, tirelessly
But what we
looking
really
for
want
resources to mine on
is
planets
this maintenance
beyond
door.
our own.
Because right up here is a skeleton
Robco and its
with a
mighty
security
partner
pass card.
Repcon, thank you.
And that is our ticket into the first 2 floors. There are some options, but this is the option that requires no skill checks. Also, the reason we're doing things non-violently is, you see that slightly discolored patch of wall? There's a sentry bot behind that. They are very tough. They're very dangerous. I don't want to fight them. And there are hidden hatches like that all over the facility. If you have 50 cents, though, you can just hack the door here. And right here. If you want to hack the door... We can add our facial data to the database, and we're good for the first floor. We won't get kicked out now.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Bye! And while we're down here, this door. Why? Because there's a few hundred rounds of microfusion cell ammo in here, and basically if you're using energy weapons or want Veronica to use energy weapons because she's good with them, this is where you want to go. Also a plasma rifle that's almost broken. We'll take that too. What we're really after is behind these doors, but unless you have 100 lockpick or science, you're not getting through this way. On the second floor, our pass card does protect us, but if you don't have one, come right over here. And we got facial data for the second floor. Also, energy weapons skill book. There's all sorts of things you can loot on this floor. And we'll loot it all in good time. Off camera, but for now we want to go up to the second floor. Well, no, we're on the second floor. We want to go up to the third floor. There are the normal stairs there, but we don't want to take that way.
Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today.
Want to come over...
How may
This
I
here?
serve you, mistress?
Yes. Here. The break room caved in and we got a back entrance up to the third floor. If I don't fall right through the hole in the floor first. Wow, I'm sucking at this. Thanks for getting in the way, Eddie. Okay. Third floor is locked down even tighter than the other two. And there's no facial data recognition up here either. If you have 100 science, you can use this terminal to shut down all the security. But since I don't, there is another way to get at least a little bit of...
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Okay, if you have at least 7 luck, you can just randomly shout ice cream. You can just randomly guess the secret password and it'll be right. Also, if you have less than 2 intelligence, you'll mistake this Mr. Handy for an ice cream vendor and shout ice cream excitedly like a child. And you'll be right.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
It's just one of those moments. The game is actually a lot of fun if you have low intelligence because it replaces a lot of the dialogue options with random Hulk speak. What we want up here is this briefcase. The executive. A lot of pre-war money and the third floor security card. That'll open that room downstairs, but not directly. We'll get there. We also want this over here. Because this is one of those missing Brotherhood patrols that we were sent to look for and, you know, haven't been for like the past 6 episodes. Yeah, every single one of them is dead because they completely underestimated what they were after. But they did leave their armor. And weapons. And since Veronica is trained as is a trained member of the Brotherhood of Steel, she has hold on. She has power armor training, which means that, yeah, I can't because I haven't been trained in it yet. Which means that she can wear some of the best armor in the game.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Sort of. Very few people are power armor trained. She is. And it's good for her because she prefers up close and personal. Now we're almost done up here. Just one more thing and then I can loot this place off camera. Down here on the second floor, there's this door here. It was hard locked before, so you need 75 lockpick to get into it. But the third floor access key opens it up. It's just a storage room, but again, the floor caved in. Right above that really hard locked door down on the first floor. And in this room, the Q35 matter modulator. You can actually find some notes on it before, where versions 33 through 30, well, I think it's 32 through 34 resulted in an earth-shattering kaboom! Yes, I'm pretty sure it is based on Marvin the Martian. What it is it's the unique version of the plasma rifle. Interestingly enough, it actually is a little weaker than a normal plasma rifle, but a normal plasma rifle uses 2 microfusion cells per shot, and this one uses 1. Plus it's got some other bonuses and stuff. But anyway, it's just great for a companion to carry around. And also there's a safe with a lot of microfusion ammo and another energy weapon skill book.
Does jumping at them with my fist? You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
And that's it. That's a pacifist run of the Repcon headquarters. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, unless you're sick of me saying it, and then in which case, I guess don't. And catch you on the flip side.